Hey, welcome back to the Astrology of Things. I'm your host and certified astrologer, Sheena, and today is February 1st, 2024, and it's 8:18 p.m. So, I wanted to talk about Pluto's transit through Aquarius and how that's going to impact you as a Leo rising. But before we get started, I just wanted to mention a little bit about my personal practice as an astrologer. So I derive my analysis from the idea that Pluto is the ruler of Aries. And so this attribution is not practiced in traditional or modern astrology. And it's actually something I've adopted from some of my studies from the late Carl Payne Tobey. And his work is amazing and was very inspired by his perspectives on astrology and his teachings and his teaching style. So I strongly resonated with his work, and his work really helped me break out of the astrology box and helped me deepen my understanding of astrology. So that's where my analysis will be derived based on Pluto ruling Aries. All right, so Pluto is the ruler of your ninth house. So if we look over at the chart here, you'll see Aries on the ninth house cusp. And so the ninth house is the domain of your worldview and life philosophy. It's the house that represents your morals, your ethics, your religion, your spiritual beliefs, and it's also the house of your higher education, publication, broadcasting, and last but not least, it's also the house of long distance travels and missions into foreign or unfamiliar places. So if we look at the chart again, let me bring up my pencil. All right, so looking at the chart, Aries is on your ninth house cusp. So Pluto will be taking the ninth house matters all the way around to your seventh house. All right, so the seventh house is an angular house in your natal chart. So angular houses are the first, fourth, seventh, and 10th houses. And angular houses hold more magnitude and potency when planets are transiting through them. But not only when planets are transiting through them. In general, they are more potent in the natal chart and have a lot of impact to the rest of your chart. So the seventh house in your natal chart is the domain of your interpersonal relationships and connections. So that could extend out to your significant others, business partnerships, contracts, and even your employer. And it could also represent any open enemies that you have. So for you, this transit will be focused around breaking away from your typical understanding of and approach to and participation in these relationships. So again, these could be romantic, business, or contractual relationships. And you'll be creating new ways of understanding them and approaching them and participating in them. So you'll be experiencing life's meaning and purpose through these relationships, and you will have formed more meaningful connections, but at the same time, you'll learn how to take more control over and power in your relationships. And power and control is not meant to be seen from a negative perspective. This could be seen as a positive thing, because you can begin to allow yourself to be more assertive and directive in your relationships and how you interact with them. And you'll be able to let go of any potential victim mentality or mindset that you've had, and you're able to take responsibility and ownership in your individual role in these relationships. So Pluto's transit is slow, so these changes will be experienced over a long period of time. So you see, Pluto will be in Aquarius all the way through 2044. So we have a while there. But even though this is going to be a slow transit, it's not impossible, to see the themes that will be occurring if you are a reflective and introspective person. So by the end of this transit, you'll have fully transitioned into a new era in your relationship sector there. So, for example, this transit can either change the dynamics of a current relationship or partnership that you have. It could end relationships, or it could start new ones that are of significance. But essentially, you'll start to align with those who can help you explore and can help contribute to your ninth house matters. And these ninth house matters could be things such as having a new life perspective, a new philosophy, spiritual or religious belief, or maybe you come across a new experience or teaching from a foreign or unfamiliar culture, or maybe you're starting a new higher educational pursuit, or maybe this could deal with a changing and a new beginning in your morals and ethics. And to get a little bit more specific, just of thinking about some examples, how this transit could play out for you is you beginning a relationship with someone who aligns with a new religious belief that you've adopted, or you end a relationship with someone who doesn't align with this new religious or spiritual belief that you have. Maybe during this transit, you travel abroad for your destination wedding and you solidify in ceremony a marriage contract with your significant other. Or maybe this could play out as you coming across a new book or podcast or a new genre of literature that introduces you to a whole new life perspective, which in turn helps you become aware of you and your partner's actions within a relationship, and you begin to be more introspective of how you're participating in these relationships, and maybe it even gives you helps you see relationships from a higher perspective. And also, maybe this transit you find yourself attracted to just really different types of people that you've never been attracted to before, or maybe you begin applying to different job types or companies that you wouldn't have applied to before this transit. So, in general, that's what Pluto transiting through Aquarius will entail for you. And so I hope this helps give you some insight on what to expect during this transit. So I wish you luck.